So the polyester paste that we put on the walls basically is like applying mud after doing gyprock. Only in this case it's FRP panels meeting with FRP panels. So where there was a joint line here between the outside arch slope and the inside, once it's been applied and sanded down with 80 grit sandpaper, and then a second coat is applied, passed very thin, and we sand that down with 120 grit, and it becomes smooth and continuous. Most of the panel joints are not finished until after the soil is put on top. And this, because the structure is an arch shape and because of the flexibility in the panels, when you weight it with the soil when you're done assembly, it will settle slightly and create the final shape of the arch that will be there. And the more weight on top, the stronger the arch becomes, which is inherent in the arch shape itself. So we are holding off doing the rest of these seams with it until after it's been covered with soil, except for right down at the bottom. Right now we are doing the very lower 6 to 8 inches where the panels contact the floor. There is an epoxy coating, flooring coating that's going to come in and curve up here and go right up against the sides of the panels, so it creates a waterproof barrier for the commercial application here. And so in preparation of that, we're doing the paste at the bottom sections here. And this section doesn't actually flex or change because it's bolted rigidly down to the foundation line on the cement here. So we don't have to worry about flex here happening. If anything, the flex here is going to be in and out a little bit as it settles, not between the panels this way, so there wouldn't be any cracks or anything formed in the process of adding the soil. And that's why we wait till later, because if we went ahead and finished all of this and made it all nice and smooth, and then added the weight later, then we'd have to come back and do any repairs for any kind of stress cracks or anything that might happen within the paste itself that's on here as the structure finally settles in. And these are those lower sections done right here already, all the way along. And then, as I said, those will continue up, even in the sections with single lines, panel lines, we'll fill those with the paste as well. And that way it'll be all finished on the interior when it's done.
And we've got Tyvek, we've got respirators, we've got eye protection, and hand coverings. Part A and Part B mix, or Part A and Part B chemicals for isoacrylate and polyol, which makes a closed cell spray foam. We don't have a machine here or spray foam applicating company in Panama, so we've had to figure out a way of our own to get the chemicals to aerosolize and mix in the air at the point of contact on the actual shell. And it seems to both fit well. We get a 1/2 inch to 1 inch of foam, as long as everything is nice and dry and it's not too windy and it's not raining. So that's our big fight. There's all those elements that go together with that. So this is the second layer applied with the spray. You can see this is the first layer. The first layers are fairly thin, but then we build on that with the second layer. So we get about a 1/2 inch to 1 inch worth of protection and coating over everything, and that seals it all up. So just taking a quick water break from our first and second layers of the spray foam being applied to the roof of the structure now by Brewery. This provides a waterproofing layer and some insulative value as well, and protects the any soil and roots from penetrating into the fascio paint underneath. We will apply another layer of black HDPE plastic covering, like the vapor barrier style material, that's 12 mils thick, that will then protect this spray foam from any root or soil intrusion. Looking at a guy who came to hang out beside work today. Zoom in and see if I can see him. Hey buddy.